move things around in a Wix website. So to do that, I'm just going to show you. You go to Wix.com. You have to have an account created, but they're free and they're easy. Since I already have that, I'm just going to go to sign in. My computer has been very slow lately. And you can have more than one website set up through the same account. They list everything here. This is for my classroom. This is for the program that I'm in. You just click on Manage and Edit, and it shows you a brief preview of what you have, and you can go to Edit. I just created a blank page earlier that I wanted to show you. Adding pages is extremely easy, as well as adding all the elements or anything that you could want to add. When you're going to create a website, just start with the very basics. Just add some words, add a little bit of elements. Don't try to make it fancy, and mine is not even near as fancy as other people's. But just start small and just continue adding things. So your home page comes up. Across the top, this is what your desktop could look like, and this is what it could look like when you go to a mobile. Or if someone opens it up on their phone, that's what it would look like. You want to make sure that you constantly click Publish so that what you have done, the website will show it. Constantly click Save, and if you're in the middle of something, you just want to see what it would look like, you click Preview. And that shows you what people will see when they come to your website. Everything is active when you're on preview. You can click any of these buttons and it'll go to the place that you want it to go to. Okay, I'm going to show you this menu first. You can just click on pages. Down here you can click on add a page, and I'm going to go with a blank one just so that I can show you the different things you can do. Okay, so this is a blank page. You can come down to where it says blank, and you can click on this blue part, and you can do any of the settings you want. You can give it a name. I'll just call this Practice. You can hide it from the menu so people wouldn't see it on the drop down bar here. You can add in descriptions and things here so that people can find your website easier. You can delete it or you can duplicate it as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. And down here you can determine how you want your transitions from page to page to look. Now there's times when I want this black background right there, when I just want to put writing, but right now I don't want to do that. So if you just click, then your pages comes up, and you can change the style of the page, and you can make that black box go away. If you say personalize this page, then it only happens, let me show you that again. If you click personalize this page, then it only happens to this one page. If you use any of the boxes or the buttons down below, then it's going to happen to all the pages. So I clicked none. You can make it look like I had it. You can just have a black box or whatever color you want. You can make it look like anything. I chose black because it's just easier to write on. You can choose any of these styles, but I want to go back to none. Make sure you click OK. Don't click out of the box or else you'll lose your changes. Alright, so that's the pages. Here, by the design, you can choose different background styles. And there's a lot of different styles to choose from, or you can make them just blank as well. You have all these cool design ones. I really liked the bubbles, so I stuck with that one. And you can go and decide on a color scheme. Personally, I didn't like choosing their color schemes. I liked doing them all by my own custom choices, and you can choose the fonts that you want. So all you would do, that would affect the whole site, the whole page. It would be an overview. But here's where you can add individual things. You click on add once, and then you have categories here. You can add text. Click on text. You can either add a title, or you can add a paragraph style. Either way, you can click and drag. This is just like in Word when you're doing a text box or something like that. You have to double click so that you can rewrite it and say your name or my page or whatever you want to say. And you can choose the colors and the fonts and the sizes. With Wix, I found it really easy to be able to change my styles. So I can make it light colored like this. Or you can choose a more custom color by going down to the bottom, right here. If you find a color that you like, you need to write it down or memorize it and type it in right here, because there's so many choices. It's sometimes really hard to find it again. So what I like to do is go with the main color that I liked. So when I'm on this page, I can choose different shades, but it's in the same color family. So I'm going to go with a lighter color, but kind of a dustier color there. And that's my page title. And everything from here, it's a lot like a PowerPoint. You just add in your text boxes. If you want to center it, you just need to click on it and center it in the box, so it'll be easier to center in your page, etc. You can also add in paragraphs underneath the text. For images, you click on an image, whichever one you want to go with. I usually just go with the top one. And it sends you to an upload box where you can just click here and it'll go to your computer and you can choose any picture you want. I usually just use my screenshots, but I have another category here called pictures that we can choose something fun from. Let's see, let's make sure it's not anything really embarrassing. Catalina Island, that was a cool one. It uploads it here, and then all you have to do is wait, and once it's there, you select it by clicking on it and you say add image. You can choose whatever shape you want it to come out as. I really like the whole circle effect. Since everything here is already circles, I like to keep it all kind of along the same thing. And there's anything you want to add. I won't go into detail with all of them. Anything you add here, it's all available here. This would be galleries for your pictures. Media, you click on it and you've got all these other categories. They're really easy to figure out. Shapes and lines, any kind of shapes you want to add to your page, you can choose the strips. Those are usually like all the way across, but this shape is the one that I like the most. You can pick what shape you want to add to it. I did a lot of these where I turned them into circles. You choose the shape that you want. I like the circles a lot, but you can add hearts and you can add whatever you want. You can add things with the circle on the inside. You choose it and then you go to settings. Settings will allow you to do anything to it that you want. I'm going to go with the main colors that I like. I like the beige and I like the dark pink around the edges. You can make it the border show a lot or a little. And you can just click and drag and move things around. And one of the really important things you need to know about is that you can add a button. A button is what allows you to add links. They have these different styles, but I usually just go with this main one. And it comes in the default that I have from my color schemes, but you can make it default as a box or as any shape that you want. You click on it, go to settings, and you can make it any style you want. You can type in a title, my link, and then you change the style. If you click personalize this button, then it's only going to happen to this one. If you go to any of these, then it's going to change all the buttons within your whole entire website, or all the ones that are linked with it. Here you can choose the squares or whatever goes with your particular style that you have on your website. As you can tell, I like the circles. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the circle. There it is. There's some really cool effects. You can make it look like bullets there. And then you choose your colors. It's all self-explanatory. The border color, when someone just holds their mouse over it, the color changes. Your background color, your background mouse over, when someone's just holding their mouse over top of it. The text for when you put the mouse over it. I'm going to change the border color. I'm going to go with green this time because it's on a pink edge and I don't really want to, for right now, put pink on pink. And then when you want your border to show, you need to go back down here and make it a little bit thicker so it can show. You can change the font of the wording right here. You can make it anything that they have preset, or you can customize it. These are the preset ones. This is the font that you can change to be whatever you want it to be. And I like to go with this one. And you can change the size and you can do anything that you want with it there. So that's a really important one, because now what you do here is you can either choose to link it to a document that they'll pull right off your hard drive and store in the website so other people can open it, or you can choose to link to a website. When you click add link, you can choose a web address, a page. Within the your own website, you can pick a page and it will go there. You can just really make any choices that you want here. If you choose to do a website, it will go to any website at all. You just have to copy and paste the, like for instance, if I want to show this link right here, you would just click it and you would copy it, and back at the editor you would just paste it here, click OK. You really want it to open up in a new window. It's always better that way. And then you're done. Then it won't work when you're in editor. It doesn't do anything because you're just changing it. But if you want to see what happens, you go to preview. And when you're in the preview page, it's acting as if it's just normal on the web. So notice the colors change when someone holds their mouse over it. And then when you click on that link, it goes to whatever you want it to go to. Anything else, you just figure out along the way. It really comes intuitively. Here are some apps that you can choose, and there's a lot of free ones, but there's some that you would pay for, or you can get if you do the upgraded version. I'm still just working on the free version, but there's a lot that you can do. I added comments to my blogs, easier comments. You can build forms. You can just search through this and find anything that works well for you. And the last button over here is the settings, and it mostly is used for figuring out your site address, the one that you would tell your friends, this is my web page, go look for it here. And then you can also set any of these other settings that you want. You can look to see who's visited your site. All these people that have visited my site has mostly just been me, because I keep going in to see what it looks like. But that's something that's available only through upgrading. A lot of these things are things that you would have to pay for, but a lot of these things are also things you can have free. So that's just a general idea. You can move things around. Anytime there's text, you can just click on it, double click on it, and you can make any changes to it you want. Of course, your computer has to not be slow. You can change the style, the font, the size, bold, color, highlight, shadow effect. It's just really, really easy to work with.